Good morning. I am Sonny and I am powered by Tiera, and thanks for coming back to my channel. And today I'm going to talk to you about another card in the 78 Drop 'em Challenge. Today's card is the 8 of Pentacles in the Ritual Tarot, which I will pop up right about here so that you can take a look at the card while I'm talking about it. And I was really intimidated by this card because my calibrating deck is the deck that I created from doing tarot with training wheels with Lisa Bez. I took blank cards, hand wrote keywords, and for this card, the keyword that I wrote was mastery. And the typical RWS version of this card is someone hard at work creating a pentacle and then displaying pentacles that they've already created. So the honing the skills and repetition and becoming a master at what you do and being proud of your work and displaying it is kind of the concept of that card. And when I looked at this particular version of that card, I really struggled to connect those dots. really struggled. So I literally pulled out a magnifying glass and was looking at the details in this card. So what struck me most about this card was the circular pattern in the middle behind the coins. The round white diagram, I guess it's a diagram. The diagram in the background that, to me, it looked really familiar, but I couldn't for the life of me place it. And I got out the magnifying glass because there's some words written on it, but I couldn't read the words. They were too small. Even with the magnifying glass, my eyes are too old. I couldn't figure out what they said. I thought one of them looked like it might be Venus, and another one looked like it might have been Mercury, but I wasn't 100% sure that that's what they were saying. So I thought, well, maybe these are like in the olden days when what they thought the patterns of the orbits of the planets were around the sun. Maybe that's what this is, and I'm like, I don't know if that's what this is or not. I'm like, maybe it would, because it also kind of reminded me of something I'd seen in Dungeons and Dragons that had like levels of the realms, like the levels of heaven or the levels of the outer worlds, levels of heaven and hell. I don't really know exactly what that diagram is supposed to be depicting, but what it did make me think of was like esoteric studying of things that are normally beyond your current knowledge. I mean, that's why you study, right? You're trying to learn something you don't already know. And then when I started thinking about that, then that made me think about, that makes a lot of sense with you're trying to master something that you need to be constantly studying it. You have to be, practicing it. You have to be doing it. You have to be learning new techniques, better ways to do it, becoming more efficient. And the only way to do that is to learn more about it. So the more you know about it, the more knowledge that you gain on a topic, the easier it will become for you to master that topic. So to me, this card is kind of like, it's how can knowledge make you as a person more valuable? Because, I mean, the Pentacles is about money. It's about physical possessions. It's about your physical body, your health, your ability to make money. And the more knowledge you have, the more valuable you are, the more people will pay you to do a job. So to me, this is kind of like the pentacle of the mind, because it's about knowing how to do something so well that somebody's willing to pay you to do it. You know, I went to school, and I kept going back to school. Like I got an associate's degree, and then I got a job, and then I went back to school and I worked nights, and I got a bachelor's degree in night school, and then I had some kids, and then I went back to school and I got a master's degree in night school. Because I knew in the corporate realm that I worked that the more knowledge that I had, the more money I could make. And so I kept going back to school for that exact reason. So that's kind of, for me, the epitome of this Eight of Pentacles, is the fact that it's all about, to make the money, you've got to have the knowledge. If you want to make a lot of money as a craftsman, then you've got to hone that skill. You've got to learn better techniques. You've got to learn more efficient techniques. You've got to learn by doing. What's the best way to become a better artist is practice. The best way to become a better pianist, practice. You have to do the thing, and you have to do it over and over and over again until you don't make mistakes. And that's how you learn, which is about the mind, but it's also about the physical skills. But you've got to learn it in your head before your hands can do the thing, you know? So to me, this is it's about learning. It's about knowledge. And it's about putting that knowledge into actual physical practice. So after I looked at it from that perspective, it made a whole lot more sense. Especially with that third eye. That third eye kind of also made me think about the fact that you've got to be constantly in pursuit of something that you don't already know in order to become a master. In order for someone to be able to say, that person is a guru in this topic. The only way you become that is if you're constantly trying to get better. Forever. I mean, there's no stop. You don't stop. Even when somebody else says, oh yeah, I've never seen anybody to be able to do Excel better than them. You still learn new things about Excel every day. Or you'll never be a master. You've got to constantly do the thing. And you've got to constantly learn new techniques, which new techniques happen all the time. You could invent a new technique and then spread it and give other people that, look what I found that you could do with this. But you've got to constantly be doing the thing in order to get better at it. So that was my take on this particular Eight of Pentacles. It was the way that I was able to conceptualize what this Eight of Pentacles means. Is it's not just about hard work, it's about constant knowledge gathering, constant gathering of knowledge in order to put that into physical practice. So that's my Eight of Pentacles. And hopefully that helps you a little bit to understand the Eight of Pentacles in maybe a different light than you normally would recognize it. So, have a great day. See you tomorrow.